So anything like life-threatening that would need a cleric's hand?
They do have several heavily injured elves that are, in the, under care and supervision right now.
Oh, okay. So they're already taken care of then.
So yeah, but as for no, there's really nothing that can be done with the ones that are walking around. They're already pretty much patched up with, like I said, a couple of them probably have broken bones and whatnot. So a couple of them have
So,
slings. Some of them have like a sling on their leg, probably with a broken bone or something.
so out of curiosity,
Hmm.
how do wood elves respect their dead? Do they like eat them or bury them or what is it? Do we
Well,
know?
they've had to. They don't want to resort to burying, but with the 150 dead, uh, yeah,
A lot of disease.
there is an elvish burial site, very very beautifully made though, and that's where they were all buried.
Do they bury them with their stuff? Just asking.
That is that is not important, isn't?
No, I guess not.
You're not asking this in character, though.
That's
No, I'm just curious.
And rumors are that several of these cultists were rushing into the town also from the deep parts of the forest. I myself did not see them, but several of the other villages said that they had seen them, killing the wounded and whatnot. I just
Oh, it's horrible.
we did not kill any of them, so I really did not see any with my own eyes. But that's what the others say.
Well, while we're walking out there, Dave, and we're chatting a little bit, I'd
Mhm.
like to steer the subject and learn a little bit more about the king's son who was exiled, about what he knows about the exiled king's son, and how that king's son, the exiled king's son, was killed. Did that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The only information that can be that you can find from that is he was exiled for some reason that he was exiled for a reason. His father never talked publicly about it, and seeing that Alton is way up here to the north, it just he really doesn't know a whole lot. He just knows the story you know of his son, which is Neravane, that was exiled. Now, and then they also know the story that word had got back to his father that he had been killed somehow from some anonymous courier. So there was no body, but his father's just been grieving. Just kind of regretting that his son was banished and died a miserable death because he wasn't in the favor of his father or his brother.
So I want to kind of whisper to just Widow and Vay and let them know my thoughts. I mean, I'm just planting some possible things.
Mhm.
One of the things I'm trying to plant is I want to ask about the what they think. Maybe this son that was exiled is still alive, and maybe he's trying to take over the Misty Forest. I mean, I don't know
To
if,
what end?
to what end? Because if he was exiled, I know I would be, as an elf, I would be incredibly angry if my dad exiled me, and maybe I'd come back and take over his lordship. That might be something that a really angry elf would do.
Well, he would not align himself with these. Maybe with the dragon.
Yeah, I don't know.
And a halfling comes up to you and kind of tugs on your pants a little bit towards and on Vay's robe and on Tiberius's
The
clothing.
crotch area?
Yeah,
Clothing. Got it.
tugging on your crotch. Yeah, sure. And he says, "So are you here to protect this?" And you can see that this is the only halfling in a whole area that's dominated by elves, well, wood elves. He says, "Are you here to protect us? Protect us from the dragon, you are." Hello?
I'll get out a gold piece. I'll get out a gold piece and flip it to him.
Wow, thanks, mister.
No,
Caught
we
you
were
guys off
looking
guard?
for the dragon.
God, I
Well,
caught you guys off guard.
No, I was kind of
Hey,
I did
lady.
test the guy touching me.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, lady.
I'm sorry about that, pretty elf lady.
I pulled back at him tugging.
Yeah. Well, I know. And he has one of. You notice something actually, Vay. No, Tiberius. You notice that he is wearing one of the symbols of the cult of the dragon, and this is
What the?
part of the regalia that when you in the first Horde of the Dragon Queen, you guys had found the
Yeah, I remember.
the robes. This is part of the regalia, so it's a necklace, and he's wearing it's sort of like has the dragon head with the claw and stuff, and he's wearing it. Just it's kind of dangling there.
I might interrupt him. After I flip him the gold piece, I'm like, "So, young halfling,
Yeah.
where did you get that necklace? That's very interesting.
Oh,
a very interesting piece."
Oh, I found it on the ground after the attack, and I asked the elves around here, and nobody knew who it belonged to us, so I just went ahead and decided to keep it for myself. I guess finders keepers, losers weepers.
Well, you know what? That's my motto in life.
Oh, hi there.
As she steals from him.
As she
well,
pickpockets the necklace from him and
I think
hangs
we've
it from
already
her hand.
confirmed that the cult of the dragon is in the forest and has some role to play in this.
So,
So-
where in the forest
Is this your
it? I mean-
necklace, mister?
No.
No, but Vay kneels down next to him and
Oh, hi. Hello.
And starts waving my hands around the necklace.
You've got
Eyes
pretty
closed.
eyes. Oh.
Eyes
yeah.
closed.
Oh, I thought you had pretty eyes. Never
Chan-
mind.
Now they're gone.
Chanting
I like your
some
eyelids.
spells.
What are you
And,
chanting?
well, just afterwards, I open my eyes and I look at him. You may want to be wary. That necklace is cursed.
Oh.
And I stand up and step back.
Oh, how's it cursed? I don't feel like I'm ailing or anything. Oh. Well,
I think it turns elves into halflings.
Oh! And he takes it off. Oh, I could use another halfling around here. Here, and he hands it to you, Vade. He goes, why don't you wear it? Is it really cursed? What is the curse?
Oh no, I would not dare wear this. I hand it to Tiberius. Tiberius, maybe you can cleanse it later.
All right, I'll hold it in my hand, close my eyes, and pray
Later.
to my. Oh yeah, then I'll put it in my pocket. Thank you.
He asks you, what are you doing here in Alton?
Well,
We're on the
looking
trail
for a
of the dragon. On the trail of the green dragon. What do you know of it?
Well, I knew that I was hiding. I was admiring old Feeney over there, and I was kind of sketching him because I'm an artist, you see. And he has like a little ledger with him, and he says, "See, I draw things. I draw the animals. I draw everything in the forest." And I started drawing the dragon. I started sketching the dragon as it was attacking. That was the only thing that I really knew to do that because I was so scared, and I just started sketching. And see, and he shows you this. He shows you the sketching of the dragon, and what's really weird is that there is a rider on the dragon, and you could literally see a rider that's holding reins on this dragon. And then you can see where he's drawing these cultists in the robes kind of like jumping off of the dragon too, as they were kind of like jumping down on the ground. And he says, I have a photographic memory. I just drew this. This is what I do when I get scared. And I hid under the wagon over there, and I just started drawing. I just didn't know what else to do.
Alright guys, why did the elves not mention this? And surely they would see this.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Plus, the necklace is another indicator that the cultists were here.
Well, they did mention the fact that there were some robed people that were killing the injured.
Very good.
So I immediately suspected the fact that it was the cult.
But they came on the dragon? I mean, they arrived on the dragon?
Oh, there are dragon riders. I mean,
Cult of the Dragon.
they are the cult of the dragon.
They're lined with the
he says, yes, a bunch of these humans jumped off of the dragon. There was nearly a dozen of them, and they all jumped off and they started killing the elves. The poor elves that were hurt on the ground and covered in this sticky green bile that the dragon had breathed everywhere. They were just killing them. It was horrible, slitting their throats and with these curved daggers. It was horrible.
Did any of these cultists get killed, or any of their bodies? Did anybody do any damage to them that would kill them? And if so, where are their bodies?
I don't think so. All I know is that the Warden Gallon, he came to the rescue. He's the one that just drove the dragon off, and the rest of the cultists, these robed figures just went off into the woods.
How did he drive the dragon off?
Oh, he gathered. He was mighty. He led all of the warriors here in Alton just to defend and shoot the dragon and throw spears at it and attack it from the trees. And it was made me feel very proud to be here in Atland.
But yet there are no dead cultists, and did the dragon look like it was wounded?
I don't know, but I maybe so. The dragon ran.
Okay. I would like to talk to him. I say, turn to my colleagues and say, I think it might not hurt us to talk to this. What did you say, Alton?
Everything, lady, everything just happened so fast. I mean, everything happened so fast. The dragon came down, started killing everyone. These robed figures were jumping off of the dragon. There was another rider, steering the dragon around. Oh, it was crazy.
So I have
Not
still have
many,
those two.
not many saw them, but he looked. He moved so he was so graceful, moving on this dragon's back, doing flips and avoiding arrows. I don't think he was a human. He might have been an elf. I don't know though. I'm just a halfling, but from what I've seen, how graceful the elves are. I live here. I don't think that was no. I mean, no offense to the humans, but they're just kind of slow. But this I don't think this is a human. I think it was an elf on the back of this dragon.
So, Misty, or Widow, I'll give you one of those arrows of dragon slaying that we got.
Okay.
So you can put that in your inventory just to be on the safe side. And Vay, can you shoot arrows?
Not well.
Not well? Alright, Widow, I'll give you both of them. So let me remove them from my inventory. I'll pass those over to you and say, just in case we run into a dragon, I think these would probably be better in your hands.
Here, let me, before you delete that, give me a second.
Oh, it was already on it's at the top of my inventory, but I didn't pull it over from anything. I just typed it in when that happened.
You got a 1-pound egg with a bright red shell in your inventory.
Yeah, that's my trinket. I put in the location. I put whether it's in my backpack, in my vault at home, or where it is on my body, in case something happens.
I gotcha. You can go ahead and delete that off, and then I'll put 2 arrows of dragon slaying in.
Okay.
In your inventory.
Definitely an eyeball raised at the elf rider.
Yeah, I've got some thoughts about that. I think there's something shady going on here.
That's it? That's as much as your thoughts are? As you just think some shading's going on?
Shady? What do you mean shady? What do you mean shady, lady?
Oh, move along now.
Hey,
you've been very helpful.
Move along.
Hey, slap him in the butt.
Hey, I'm not moving along. I live here. I'm trying to help you. I say we all try to find what's going on with this dragon. Well, I'm not going to fight the dragon. I guess you guys can take care of that, but don't tell me to run along. I'm not no kid. I'm not a child. My name isn't RC or anything.
What is your name?
My name is Roger. Roger the artist.
Roger, I would have use for you if you'd like to join me.
Damn, Faye.
Once
Roger
you go
the
halfling,
artist.
you never go baffling.
What kind of job? What do you mean? Would that mean that I would have to leave Alton?
Yes, I could, you would have to carry my things.
Oh, I ain't
Perform
doing
certain-
that. Are you kidding? Carry your things like a stooge or a henchman? I didn't know elves did that.
It's called internship.
What are you gonna do? Teach me how to? What do? You gonna teach me something?
I could teach you to be a great warrior and magician.
Ooh, a magician.
Someone of your small size could be of great use.
Character. She's looking for a grease man. Remember that from 13th Age? 13. What was that? With George Clooney and them in it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the 13th Warrior?
No. It was the one where they were in Vegas. Ocean's 13. That's it. Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13. Yeah. She says, I don't know. I'll have to think about that, lady. Give me some time to think on that. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I'll be stopping back by here soon, I'm sure.
All right. Well, I guess I'll run along here. Yeah. And he kind of gives you a snub look there, widow. Guess I'll just be running along. Yeah.
Okay.
Bitch!
See you later.
So I'm looking to build my minions.
Vase minions.
And then I swipe that coin as Tiberius' coin as he leaves. No, I'm just joking.
That would be so hateful. Because he's like, kind of like, just spinning it in his hand, flicking it up and catching it. Yeah, that would be pretty brutal.
Well, so I think we've learned a lot. We've learned, obviously, that this dragon wasn't on his
Roger
own.
was his name.
He's obviously being controlled. He could be controlled by another elf, according to this halfling.
Or
Roger the artist.
exiled by the king elf.
Or exiled by the king. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. It's a feeling.
That's
But I
Roger
feel like-
the colorful artist to you. As he's walking away. That's Roger the colorful artist.
Okay, got it. I'll give him wave with my middle finger. So, so I think the exiled angle is something a little more. I'd like to talk to somebody that might know more about this exiled prince.
I think we should talk to
The guy that ran him out.
Alton. The guy that
Oh,
ran
yeah.
him out. Because I'm interested in just kind of getting see what kind of vibe I can get from this guy.
But
Because
Alton didn't run him out.
oh.
Isn't Alton?
Alton
no,
is
Alton's
the name of
the place.
the village. Yeah, you're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
Warden Gallon. Is that who
Warden
you're
Gallon.
talking about?
Yeah, Warden Gallon.
Gotcha.
Because it's very interesting that he drove them away, yet there's no dead cultists or anything else. I mean, that seems a little odd.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Well,
Off to the warden then.
All right, Warden, scene.
sure. The warden is in the small chapel that they have, where the priest that led the village. It's where he had his residence, so the Gallon has kind of moved in. So you guys travel over to his little dwelling, and you enter a nice little cozy room. And you guys actually have to take an elevator up. The wood elves are winching you up, and then once you get to a certain point, the weight of the rocks just kind of lift you guys up the rest of the way. And so you guys go across several bridges, and you make it to the warden's quarters. And it's a nice little cozy room. And he's a very, very tall, very slender, very slim elf. He's sitting at a desk, and he greets you. And it seems like he's kind of forcing the smile on his face. And but that from the other rangers that you had talked to, he did lose his wife in this attack, so probably why the forced smile. But he does greet you, and there's off in the small little window, there's a birdcage with a raven that is just cawing away, caw, caw. And Gallon stands up and he says, welcome to our village. How can I be of service of you? How can I be of service to you?
We're here to check into the issue that you recently had with the green dragon. See if we can lend a hand. And we thought, since you battled the creature,
It was
might...
a very dark day for us here in Alton's. Many good elves were lost that day.
Was it just the dragon that attacked you, or why
There
don't you give
were
us...
there were other figures that we were battling. They retreated into the woods, and then instead of chasing them into the woods, we decided to concentrate all of our efforts to try to drive this dragon away. That's his,
And did you tell the prince that it wasn't just a dragon, that there was cultists as well?
The prince, he was here within hours after the attack, and I did discuss to Eligarthus the situation.
So I'm going to turn to Widow and Bay and remark to them, I wonder why the king, during our meeting with him at the council, didn't mention that the cultists were involved. That's odd, why he wouldn't say anything. Here we are fighting the cultists, saying how they're giving the dragon, the white dragon, and part of the horn, and blah, blah, blah. And he said there's just a green dragon in his woods and nothing more. I think that's something that we need to keep in mind as we further investigate. Then I'll turn back to this guy, turn back to Gallon. You were saying, Gallon?
What do you have any other questions? I feel as if I am being interrogated in my own home.
Oh, no, not at all, not at all. We're just trying to gather all of the facts in hopes to, provide us with some assistance in locating the dragon, or do you have any idea of where it might have gone, or which direction it went off in?
It just flew off. It just flew up through the trees. That is all that I had known. I don't know anything else. That's pretty much all I know about the dragon. I mean, it was a very short battle. It started on the ground, then it ended in the air, and the dragon, after that, I had found out that the priest had fallen. I decided to rally all of the rangers and the soldiers that were here, and in the small village that we have of 300, well, we had 300, and we very short parlay with the dragon, and we were able to successfully drive it off.
Dave, I want to poke him here just for a minute.
Sure.
To get his reaction on something.
Mm-hmm.
So ask him, no, we did hear that your wife was killed in this.
Yes, she was. My wife was not the only one killed, but yes, she was killed. And you could tell he's definitely showing remorse, saying that.
But I would think
I just feel
someone whose
bad
wife
that I
was
was not
lost
to be able to save
to a
her.
dragon would be more concerned with killing the dragon rather than running him off to fight again.
Well, I wanted to make sure the rest of my family was safe as well, my children. But I would like to see the dragon die. And you just kind of, it gets quiet,
Well,
Can I
we were
just do an
very...
insight check on his
No,
While
absolutely,
she's
yeah.
doing that,
Sure thing.
we're
yeah.
very sorry for your loss.
As am I.
Do you have any insight or knowledge about the circumstances around the king's exiled son?
I know that he betrayed his father many years back, and that is all I know. As for why, rumors were that he was stealing from his father, stealing the treasures of the elves, artifacts. But those are just rumors. I really am not. I don't like to meddle in others' affairs.
Well, you know, we're just trying to look at every angle, just to.
Yeah, I feel as if I am being interrogated here.
Not at all, not at all. We're just.
You are being interrogated. We want to know what you know about this dragon attack.
Like I said, I seen the spray of the dragon breath kill my wife as she was fleeing. Many other friends that I have known since I was young are all dead. I just feel guilty that I cannot save her.
Well, here's your chance to have vengeance on your wife's death. If any information you can give us to help us track down and kill this dragon.
Even if you can tell us if any cultists were killed, or anybody else that I can check out their dead bodies and maybe get some information from them.
Well, all of the dead have been buried. If that
How about
is,
the cultists? But I mean, you're talking about the dead. Elves.
There were no dead
No
enemies.
cultists were killed.
No
dead
enemies.
enemies.
That's what they are, cultists? I did not know that.
Cult of the Dragon. Have you heard of that?
I have not. This is the first time I've ever heard of it. And what does this cult of dragon do? What is their agenda? To attack elves and peaceful elves in villages? Is that what their agenda is?
No, that's not their agenda. That's why we're confused by this. Their agenda is to rise Tiamat.
You mean
You know who Tiamat is, right?
the five-headed dragon? That's Tiamat, the dragon of all dragons, the one that is a myth, the one that has been in mythical stories vanquished to the 9 depths of hell and the elemental chaos. That is
Clearly,
impossible.
it's not a myth, and they found a way to do it.
And you never say impossible. It could be that one of us had recently been in the 9 depths of hell and somehow came back. Who knows?
Right.
You
Thanks,
actually
Tiberius.
down there, yeah, you actually saw Tiamat slumbering around down there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you gave him a high
You did.
five.
Yeah. I can't
Kicked
wait
him in
till
the
you're up
nuts.
there, Tiamat. Hurry up and rise. Rise, baby, rise.
How long is it taking you to get up there? How much more gold, Tiamat? Hey, we got 2 wishes left. Let's just spend one on getting Tiamat's sorry ass out of there.
In the game.
In the game.
Wish for Tiamat to appear.
that would be pretty good. I'd like to see how the DM handled that. All right, game over. Let's start the next one. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we thank you for your help. I mean, unless Tiberius, do we have any other questions?
I wish that I could be more help to you. I'm sorry about I've not been in the right state of mind the past several days.
Well, thank you. And Widow Vey, I mean, I was hoping that we could find some dead body of a cultist. I could raise it or speak to the dead, see if there's some information we could find out. But
Oh,
That's
yes,
not
yes,
gonna
talk
happen.
to it. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was wanting to do. But
could have done that too, I guess.
there's no bodies anywhere.
Yes. Well, speaking out of character, here's a little. I'm going to give you some dungeon master advice. There's a lot of other things around here that you could possibly speak to besides corpses and elves walking around.
Speak to the trees.
The tree.
Think about it. speak with animals.